G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Krig-C, which I believe means compact. Anyway, this is a weapon that has been ported from Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the new one, or is it Black Ops 7, the new one? I can't keep up. They're releasing these things every year. I barely pay attention. This weapon appears to be based mostly off the AK-5, which is a Swedish-made firearm, but it's a Swedish version of a Belgian one, known as the FNC. So, yeah, going off the name being Krig, it means war in Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish, so we can sort of assume that it leans more towards the AK-5 part of this, so that's cool. So the AK-5, or the Automatic Carbine 5, was originally designed in 1982 and in service from 1986 to the present, so being a licensed version of the Belgium weapon, basically what they did to this is just adapted it to the cold better because it's pretty cold up there in Sweden. This rifle is chambered in the 5.56 NATO rounds, which means it can just use vanilla game ammunition. Very good for plug and play. There's a bit of customization attached to it and some animations and sounds, so let's get to them. First of all, receivers, and we're pretty much going via vanilla standards here. So auto powerful receiver will give you just over 100 damage at the DPS 1100, but not too much. We're sort of in vanilla areas there, so we're not going to be seeing a overpowered destroy everything in a shot kind of weapon in this thing. So yeah, they're taking a balanced approach. Next, we've got a legendary effect provided by legendary modification. If I'm desperate for more damage, I'll tap into that, but for now, we'll just leave it. Now here's where you get into the optics. If these aren't showing up as textured and they're bright and purple, it's because you're missing some of the required assets for this. So you got to download yourself the Stooges codebotting framework to see these in the game. Now, obviously, you're going to get a lot of these options that are pretty much the same as Call of Duty, and a lot of these modifications will have pretty much the same descriptions as the Call of Duty one, which some of them don't bear a lot of meaning. Some of them will actually mention, I think the suppressor mentions the mini-maps, but that's obviously not going to, unless you've modded something in, it's not going to be relevant to your game. So what we'll do is we'll go for something basic. We'll find ourselves a reflex sight that isn't too stupid or boxy looking. There was one that I liked back here, the Kepler. Let's go for that one. Next, we've got the magazine. You can have standard, extended, and two versions of extended, including a dual drum magazine and a fast version of the magazine, which obviously looks like it's going to be faster, but less ammo capacity. Let's go for a dual drum here, because why not be a bullet hose if we've got the opportunity. Next, we've got the grip, which will give you just a different pistol grip. You can pick it. Does it do anything? Who knows? Maybe it's just all for cosmetics, but this one looks kind of comfortable, so let's throw that one on. Next up, we've got the barrels. Now what you want to do for barrels is generally find the one that will give you the greatest range. This long barrel, for example, gives us 143 over everything else. Also comes with an inbuilt bipod, which is pretty neat. At 143 range, it is fairly unremarkable. We're sort of in vanilla areas again, so yeah, looks like this will slot right in with the vanilla repertoire of weapons, and it won't be overperforming in its current state or its current role. Next, we've got the muzzles. You can have a compensator for recoil control, muzzle brake for the same. There's a ported one as well, and this is a suppressor, which will give us that 128 damage, which is pretty much vanilla assault rifle damage numbers, powerful order with a suppressor, so yep, that's pretty much bang on average. But yeah, that'll hide us on the mini-map, so those gunners staring at the mini-maps all the time won't know what'll hit them. Next, we've got a rail on... Next up, we've got something on the lower rail, which is just a foregrip, so pick what you want. This vertical foregrip looks pretty good. Improves the operator's horizontal recoil control. Fantastic. Seems like a good deal. You can change the stocks as well. You can remove it entirely if you feel like it. I wonder if it's... Nope, it's not folded around. I don't think you could fold it around with that big old magazine in the way, but yeah, there's an option there. There's also heavies and machine gun ones and an infiltrator, which looks a little bit more like a scar stock. That's cool. Let's go for a heavy one, because we've got the this thing set to bullet hose things, and it looks almost like an M240 Bravo. Almost. Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. There's also an extraneous damage slider as well, so if you feel like this thing isn't quite doing it for you, you can boost that up a little bit, but we'll keep this as vanilla as possible. 1300 DPS should be good, so we should be fine with this thing. I'll show you get it, and then we'll start shooting stuff. You can craft the Krig-C on a chemistry workbench. It requires adhesive, aluminum, an assault rifle, vanilla game, plastic, screws, springs, and steel. Now, the level gating element here is going to be the assault rifles, they don't show up until your 20s or something. And it also requires gun nut rank 2, so you got to be investing in those perks to see that work. And it's a very paint by numbers approach, because we've seen several other COD guns that require the vanilla game assault rifle to be sacrificed on the altar for it. So sure, that's fine. Okay, we're outside of Immersive Gunner Plaza, and here is our Krig-C. We just top up that magazine. 70 rounds in this dual drum. A pretty good deal, and there's a mosquito there that's copping a little bit of a fire. Good luck, mosquito, but unfortunately you're not armed with any COD ports, so your days are numbered. Anyway, so a quick look at this thing in third person. That's what it looks like. Pretty cool. You've got some... Oh dear, the reload animations don't work in third person. What's going on there? Well, that's going to make it awkward to play in third person, that's for sure. Is it just the magazine, or is it something else? Oh. Okay. Looks like we won't be reloading this in third person. Also, it might cause problems in VATS too. It might pull you immediately out of VATS. So, yeah, okay. Looks like that needs to be addressed. But other than that, the animations are great. Oh, that one works. Okay, so just certain mags that don't have the proper reloading. That one does, though. What's the common denominator here? Is it the suppressor? Maybe. Okay, I've got no idea what's going on there. Someone that is much cleverer at modding than I can probably suss that one out. Anyways, let's begin. Oh, by the way, the outfit today is... It's Vtaw Halloween. It comes with the top skirt, also heels, and some leggings, and what do you call that? On their arms. The same thing, really, like nets, or fish nets. It's cool. I've changed the textures, though, to make it Kylie's normal colors. I wasn't going to be going around in a fluoro green dress. I mean, the skirt. That's Iris's colors. Anyways, beyond from that, let's begin. We'll just start shooting. We got some hits in. Is our reflex sight a little off? I don't know. Precision, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. It's a nice to have, but we've got a 70 round double drum magazine and a pretty fast reload, so I think we'll be just fine. Now, I would be using Sniper Status version, but unfortunately, all you get when you're using the scoped version is a little bit of seizure. There's absolutely zero magnification here at all. It's sorely missing. I mean, the point of scopes is to get a magnified view of whatever you're shooting at, and we can't utilize that function, so very disappointed there. The damage, however, we're getting is pretty good at the moment. We are utilizing sneak criticals and doing a pretty good job at that. Let's shoot this guy in the face. We get a crit going. Excellent. How many can we target here? Because our VATS usage should be pretty nice. Yeah, there we go. Crits all around. Fuck it. There we go. About high time we charged in there. Here's another one that I made. This one without a suppressor and with basic iron sights on it. Now, a few people noticed last time that I was using music from Ratchet, Deadlocked, or Gladiator, depending on what region you come from. It's very pleasing that people noticed that. I've had that going for a while, but it's only until recently I've had comments on it. So, as for this weapon, like, this is like standard tanky gunner tomfoolery from Todd Howard. So, yeah, I'm not gonna knock the weapon for that. Because, yeah, very hard difficulty. Half your damage is gone before you even shoot your enemies, and before you even factor in any enemy armor. And here's another scope that is supposed to be 4 times, but there is little magnification to speak of. I shot that gunner in the head, though, and the head was crippled. Get some of these VATS criticals back. I can. Is it just me, or is the sound of this weapon really low? That's better. I just had to change the sound settings there, being a little bit overpowered by the music. Okay. That's fantastic, but I wanted to hit them with the weapon, not inspect it. No, 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 don't do that. Having the weapon inspection, maybe there's a mod that I should download to make it remap from ult, but I wanted to hit them with the gun. As I said, I just looked at it inquisitively. Fascinating. Okay. Alright, so a little bit of issues have shown up, but I think overall it's been a pretty good experience so far. Yeah, you can definitely tell when the suppressors installed and we're actually getting that extra little bit of damage, that's for sure. Okay. Oh, they're launching missiles at me. This is a perfect time for Vtaws, I think. We'll make sure we get those headshots, hope for a Grim Reaper sprint, or perhaps there's some crits to be had. There's a Grim Reaper sprint. Excellent. Just a little bit too tanky. We ate up a little bit too much AP to finish the kill, so couldn't keep the streak going. Perhaps if we were sneak critting, we may have been okay. Couldn't get that really good streak at first where I just smash everyone with Vtaws and sneak criticals. You threw that right into the stairway above you. What an idiot. Now it looks like the Brotherhood of Steel chopper has shown up. Now what are they going to do? Is there one gunner or so down there that they're dealing with? Knowing this guy's tankiness, he'll probably shoot them all down. No? I don't know. They're probably aware that there's... Oh wait, no, there's someone down there. I updated the lean mod and now I can't lean as fast as I used to. I thought it was because I was using one of the missile launchers at first, but no, that's just what they do. Maybe there's like a config file I can do to get the agility back.
Easy now. Hands up.
Wow, the pacification worked. I immediately shot her. Alrighty. Well, that was a pretty cruisy run, all things considered. The weapon's recoil and reload speed sort of offsets its lower DPS because you can get a lot of accurate shots on your target. So sometimes when the weapon's DPS isn't so good, sometimes you miss a lot of shots and it makes it even worse. But being controllable as it is, it made it feel very consistent despite being a little bit on the lesser damage side. But yeah, pretty good experience so far. Not too bad. A couple of animation hiccups, but obviously that might be an easy fix. And it could be. Who knows? Okay, I've taken the horns off because they're stupid. And I was going to say, is it the vertibird exploding? No, it's not. It's just the Rust Devils have spawned in where Swan lives. So that's most unfortunate. They're going to get absolutely destroyed. Not without a decent fight, though. Getting some hits. I mean, the crosshair gives me a nice idea of where I ought to be shooting at the bare minimum. And now, are you going to be aggroed now? What else is down there? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'll get out of the seizure vision for a second. We'll hit him up with all of the criticals. All of them. Now, it could drop prone here, but maybe it's not such a great idea. I wonder if the reload animation works in third. What happens if you expend the magazine fully and you have to reload? We do the gun dance as it was. Ow. That hurt. Okay, I don't want to get into a slugging war with this guy, so we'll try to draw him around again. Maybe get back to sneak critting. Come on now. Where'd you go? Back into caution. Good news. Yes! Have these sneak criticals. Okay, that was pretty good. We got a decent little damage streak there. Now, I wonder if what happens if I expend the magazine in VATS. What happens? This might take a while. You could argue I could have like a 10-round burst when it comes to this. Stupid. Super mutant. I mean, I could be doing this all day, but I've kind of got things to do. So let's wrap this up nice and fast. This is all less damage than I had before. go over to this one. The AP penalty doesn't seem to be super bad on a scoped version, which is good. Offsets the fact that it doesn't ever... Oh, I'm almost dead. Now is the time to smash them. Okay, we did it. We did it. And I can't reload this thing. Well, okay, I think I relaxed a little bit too long there and was able to destroy most of my health. But we won the slugging match. We beat him. Okay, this time we're going full stealthy, sneak critical. Give me all of that damage. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, we're staggering him as well. Just hold him in place for that 1 or so seconds. We can get so much more damage. Ooh, we got lucky with our concentrated fire there. We had no chance to hit him, but we rolled good anyway. Excellent. Now, what are you going to do? Get staggered. Ooh, that was close. Went for a charge and we got saved by the fact that he stumbled there. Feeling extra tanky today, friend. I'll give him all of the criticals. You know, the best part about this is when he does his ghoul bullet dodge breakdowns, it's so easy just to keep pointing at him. Feels like I'm using one of those aim trainers and I'm posting my highlights on Twitter. If you know, you know. Okay. Now we can witness the reload. What happens in VATs? Never mind. We killed him. Well, is there anything else to shoot around here? I think there's a Mylurk or something. I really want to find out what happens. Is it like, I reckon it's going to immediately pull you out of VATs in utter confusion. Basic Mylurk, not on my watch. Now what? We're attempting that reload. Dear oh dear. The Mylurk gets to live on
Okay,
this
so
day.
I
was gonna travel down to the glowing sea and get into Frank Horrigan's cell and kill him, but then this happened. This is getting out of hand because now there are 2 of them. 2 Frank Horrigans.
Hi.
Is he going? Oh, this one's broken. What about this one? Stares with anger. Let's talk. What's up? Doing fine. Leave me alone. Becomes mortal.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, this is... Oh, this is very confusing. That Frank Horrigan who doesn't want to say much is now lending a hand. Also, he is eating my ass. I'm gonna go over here. I can be the rogue in this situation and shoot him. Wow, he is tanking it up. You want to give me a hand? The Martyr. Also, she has a bunch of anti-tank rifles. She's not going to lend a hand, though. I'm not going to cheese him by removing his fusion core again. We'll do this normal-like. As normal as we can. Am I slightly out of range? I might have to bait Nerd Rage just so I can finish him off in one fell swoop. Crush the rebellion once and for all. Wait a minute, I can pacify him?
Don't do anything stupid.
Damn. Could you imagine that? This power armor mechanic that was an Atom Cat decides to talk down the greatest monster ever. I suppose that's what happens with Fallout New Vegas, talking down the monster of the East. His little bitch. But he's neither here nor there. This is like classic Fallout villainy right here. And classic tankery as well. You know, we all shit-can Todd Howard for making all of these enemies like bullet spongy messes, but oh, Frank Horrigan back in the day. Nasty piece of work. Have a crit, by the way. Is he being like turbo staggered by the friendly mutie version of the Frank Horrigan? I don't know. Alright, let's finish this off using this one. Yeah. I like the scope on this thing. Okay, we're in a Nerd Rage territory now. You've made her pissed off. And there he goes. In all of his break-dancing, ragdolling glory. By the way, what do you have on you? I've got the option to eat him. Now, do you have anything to say about what transpired just then? Or are you just gonna stand there like an idiot? Identify yourself and dialogue entry. Nah. Well, this has all been kind of weird, because usually he lives in this cell here, but for some reason he's come outside. Now, I don't know if I'm missing an update on this mod, but if he's not in here, it's going to raise even more questions. Or rather, if he is in here. No. Well, I think that's a good enough place to leave this anyway, so that was the Krig-C. It's a fun weapon. Go check it out. Another Call of Duty is booting around power armor now. Fantastic. It's all in the power of the shoes, I think. Anyway, so if you want to see this weapon in your game, check out the link in the description. It'll be down there. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching.